Welcome back to the world's best shows from Las Vegas. It's Alex here, basically trying to find the things that you need to do when you come to Las Vegas. And yes, we know there's gaming, there's great restaurants, there's shows to see. And then occasionally you'll find a gem like this. We're at the aquarium at Mandalay Bay, and the Shark Reef Aquarium is just spectacular. It's on a scale beyond any other aquarium in the world that I've seen. And I'm delighted to talk to Jack Jewell. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, Alex.
And Adrian Rowland. Nice to talk to you.
And you too, Alex.
Adrian, tell me about this and how difficult it is to bring the ocean to Las Vegas.
Not so much that it's difficult, but it takes a very dedicated group of people with the know-how in order to, develop an exhibit such as this and bring 1.6 million gallons of water all within 90,000 square feet.
The one thing, as I expected here at Mandalay Bay, is no expense has been spared in making this spectacular and remarkable. They've just done this well, and I think more than any other aquarium I've ever been to, you can really get up close and personal with the fish, with the sharks, with all the different animals here.
Absolutely. Proximity to our animals is key to making a dynamic exhibit. So you are within inches, literally the glass width, to Komodo dragons, to 8-foot sharks, to piranhas even. And so you get a true appreciation of these large predators.
And of course, the thing about Las Vegas is it's a mixed bag of people. There's a lot more old people than kids. This isn't a kids' resort. This is something where we can all learn no matter what age we are.
Absolutely. We see more adults than kids for the most part, and they come out every day saying, that was impressive, I never knew that. So we're educating on all levels, not just the kids.
We forget how much is going on around us. It's easy in our little lives to forget that there's a whole world under the ocean for a start.
Of course. The oceans are one of the places that we know the least about, and so what information that we can share with our guests, and those audio tour guides are a great interpretive material. There's 45 minutes worth of content that you can learn about every animal. You can dig deeper if you want to. If you want to move on to the next exhibit and see the next fascinating thing, you can do that as well. You take it all at your own pace.
Now, Jack Jewell is the curator here at the aquarium. What a job you've got. Congratulations on being you. I think you've probably got the best job in Las Vegas.
I'm certainly not going to debate that. I can assure you. I like congratulations on being you. That's good. I'm going to have to hold that one for sure. No, it is without a doubt. For me personally, I couldn't look for anything better. We have a mission, and that mission is to preserve these animals. And not just to preserve them here, but also to educate the public to preserve them everywhere. As Adrian was talking about, one of my favorite jokes is about the name of our planet. I always have to tell people this one because I love it. Someone with a funny sense of humor named this planet Earth. Why? It's not planet Earth, it's planet water, okay? And somehow, in that terrible mistake, we got distracted by the small part that we inhabit, and we forgot about all this. So we are very, very focused on making sure that these animals inhabit the majority of our Earth, are well cared for here, and that we send clear messages to everybody about loving them and taking care of them in the natural environment as well.
There's also something quite humorous about fish and sharks, that they're a bit odd looking. I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Don't worry, you won't hurt their feelings, trust me. That won't happen. They're extraordinary looking. I mean, sharks come in all different shapes and sizes. Rays and sharks, you name it, there's nothing. We just saw some, you saw some. From South America, living in fresh water with polka dots. Okay, now that's a joke, right? And then you turn around and you see something like our huge female sand tiger with her giant grizzly looking teeth, who is in fact really a big softie at heart, but an amazing animal. They come in every shape and size imaginable, and in fact, most sharks are in shapes that we don't think about.
And I've interviewed a lot of curators over the years, whether it be people looking after tigers or gorillas or monkeys. They fall in love with them. It seems from an outside perspective more difficult to fall in love with a shark than it would be a little furry bundle of fun.
No question about that. Absolutely no question about that. And in fact, people do fall in love with many of the animals that we can relate to directly. Sharks, like I told you before, are very unique. So it's hard to find that same level of attachment, but what you can find is tremendous awe, tremendous respect, and tremendous envy. Because I can assure you, I envy every single one of these animals for the way they look, for the way they behave, for the power that they possess, okay? And for the fact that they are completely and totally set with their own set of integrity and instincts. It's amazing. I mean, it is an incredible animal.
And Jack, you also have to be aware of their personality as well, because some want to be more friendly than others, don't they?
Absolutely, and we take a lot of care to make sure that we put animals in proper social groupings, in the proper aquariums, with the proper space, with all of the things they need. And one of the things that we're encouraging is we're trying to get these animals into the proper situation so that they can reproduce, right? We want to reproduce this animal in captivity so we can guarantee that we have animals to display for the future. Maybe even at some point, animals to return to the wild, though I hope not.
And that has happened here with the sharks, hasn't it?
Absolutely. We've had a lot of breeding here at Shark Reef. In fact, to the point that sometimes we have to kind of put a little bit of a squelch on it. But the thing is...
This is Vegas. You can't do that.
I know. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Yeah, that's the only place where that'll happen. But the fact of the matter is we've had tremendous success with our animal collection, and that continues to grow. So we're very, very proud of that because it's very meaningful. It means we're doing the right thing, we're taking good care of them, and in fact, that they are satisfied and happy within their environment.
And your job is to allow us to see them in these beautiful tanks, and it has to be all clean. That's not as easy as it sounds, is it? Because you've got to go and actually get in with the fish and make sure that everything's fine. What difficulties does that pose? Because when you're dealing with cleaning materials and sharks and brushes and you in with them, there could be problems.
But there's a lot of stuff to think about. You're right. And it is a very complex task. At the first level, obviously, we have a tremendous mechanical base that's running all of this, okay? And that's 24-hour watch by a staff of completely dedicated people that we rely on for everything. Without them, basically, we have nothing. That's what it comes down to. We also have a team of divers, and everyone at Shark Reef dives. So we all get a chance to get in there with these animals. Now, obviously, we have to think about what those difficulties may be. My biggest concern is scratching the acrylic. But other people have other concerns. So in order to satisfy their needs, what we do is, for example, when we're diving with our big sharks, we wear chainmail. So we'll wear a stainless steel mesh suit that affords us complete protection from the animals if they were interested. I can tell you they're not interested in us at all. But it is a good, guarantee of our safety, and that way we can interact with these animals comfortably, do our job, and get it done without any worries.
It does sound a bit insane to say that a shark has a personality, but you were telling me earlier that some come and greet you more readily than others.
Absolutely. There's sharks that are certainly more curious and more interested in what's going on around them. Some of them are shy. They definitely are. And that comes into play a lot when you're talking about feeding as well, because we feed each animal at its own feeding station, okay? And part of our job is to make sure those animals that are maybe a little bit less aggressive personality-wise, so to speak, make sure that they get into the mix, that they get what they need, and that they're just as well taken care of as that hot dog that comes up to grab it every time.
Jack, congratulations on this. It is spectacular, and what a thrill to be here today. And thank you for showing me around. Your passion and your dedication is just inspired, and thank you for talking to us.
It's absolutely my pleasure. I really enjoyed it.
And if you come here to Mandalay Bay, you can't miss it because it's advertised everywhere, and it's a real treat here in Las Vegas. It's something completely unique and different, and on a scale bigger than ever I've seen before. And I've been in quite a few of these places. You get so close to the fish, it's almost spooky.
Well, of course, some of the sharks, just to see them eye to eye, to a lot of people, that I guess spooky would be a great word. To other people, like Jack and myself, it's fascinating, and we're just amazed by it daily. To be able to be in an exhibit like this and see these animals up close, yes, all the things that you said. It's amazing and spooky and fun, whatever you want to take out of it.
Well, I've enjoyed myself very much. Thanks for having us here today, Adrian and Jack. Thank you very much for your time. We're here in Las Vegas celebrating the big shows, the big stars, the big chefs, the best restaurants, and of course, unique places like the sharks here at Shark Reef Aquarium at Mandalay Bay. Thank you for talking to me, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.